So in this reading, the quotes from the book are designated by the / before them. As we discussed previously, the Bab entrusted us with the bounty and responsibility of teaching the faith, a task exemplified in his conversation with the governor of Isfahan. Now, through the writings of Baha'u'llah, particularly in the Kitab-i-Iqan, we are invited to explore a deeper understanding of what it means to teach and to live with spiritual purpose. This makes the opportunity to teach the faith all the more exciting and meaningful as we delve further into the teachings. One may wonder, why not simply focus on worldly success and the achievements of this earthly life? Why place so much importance on teaching the faith? To explore this, it is helpful to reflect on some of the Baha'u'llah's writings. O friends, abandon not the everlasting beauty for a beauty that must die, and set not your affections on this mortal world of dust. From the Hidden Words, Arabic number 14. O son of my handmaid, didst thou behold immortal sovereignty, thou wouldst strive to pass from this fleeting world. But to conceal the one from thee and to reveal the other is a mystery which none but the pure in heart can comprehend. Hidden Words, Arabic 41. These passages remind us of the true nature and purpose of life, not merely to exist or to accumulate status and possessions, but to recognize our spiritual reality and act accordingly. It is essential that we understand the true priorities of life. O children of negligence, set not your affections on mortal sovereignty, and rejoice not therein. Ye are even as the unwary bird, that with full confidence warbleth upon the bough, till of a sudden the fowler death throweth it upon the dust, and the melody, the form, and the colour are gone, leaving not a trace. Wherefore take heed, O bond slaves of desire. Hidden Words, Persian 72. Life is a gift, and with it comes the opportunity to fulfill both our physical and spiritual potential. But this opportunity is brief. The quote reads, O my servant, free thyself from the fetters of this world, and loose thy soul from the prison of self. Seize thy chance, for it will come to thee no more. Hidden Words, Persian 40. These words encourage us to reflect deeply on our purpose and to not delay in turning our hearts toward the eternal. With that in mind, let us begin our journey into the Kitab-i-Iqan. In the name of our Lord, the Exalted, the Most High. As you can see, the text begins with the name of God, not as a formality, but with deep purpose. Baha'u'llah explains that every story, every path, every truth starts with God. The essence, the beginning of every story is the name of God. O friends of God, listen with the ear of the soul to the voice of the One, the self-sufficient Lord, that he may free you from the chains of entanglements and the darkness of obscurities, and lead you to the everlasting light. Ascent and descent, movement and stillness have all come into being, by the will of the Lord of what was and is. The cause of ascent is lightness, and the cause of lightness is heat. God has so ordained, and the cause of stillness is heaviness and inertia, and the cause of that is coldness. God has so ordained. And since heat is that which causes movement and ascent, and is the means of reaching the goal, he chose true fire, and kindled it with spiritual breeze. And sent it into the world, that is this divine fire, might, through the warmth of heavenly love, draw all beings to the abode of thy one beloved, causing their ascent and guiding them. This is the hidden mystery of the book, that was sent beforehand, and remained concealed from eyes and hearts until now. Now that fire has begun, to shine with a new light and with boundless grace. This fire of God is, in itself, bright and manifest, without need for fuel or smoke, so that it may draw in the excess moisture and coldness, which are the cause of weakness, sluggishness, inertia, and lifelessness, and bring all existence to the station of nearness to the All-Merciful. Whoever drew near was enkindled and attained, and whoever turned away was left behind. No man shall attain the shores of the ocean of true understanding, except he be detached from all that ye is in heaven and on earth. Sanctify your souls, O ye peoples of the world, that haply ye may attain that station which God hath destined for you, and enter thus the tabernacle which, according to the dispensations of providence, hath been raised in the firmament of the Bayan. Detachment is essential in the search for truth. Personal attachments, whether rooted in love or hatred, can cloud judgment and prevent the clear perception of reality. As Abdul Baha explains, one must seek truth, not attachment to personal affection. One must search for reality, not cling to prejudice. Attention must be given to reason, not to blind imitation of ancestral beliefs. Likewise, Baha'u'llah counsels, do not look at vain imaginings and suppositions, but rather to proof and evidence. Put aside the love and hatred of people when searching for the truth. Together, these teachings underscore that only through detachment, reason, and the abandonment of prejudice can one approach truth with clarity and integrity. The essence of these words is this, that they tread the path of faith, that they thirst for the wine of certitude, must cleanse themselves from all that is earthly, their ears from idle talk, their minds from vain imaginings, their hearts from worldly affections, their eyes from that which perisheth. They should put their trust in God, and holding fast unto him, follow in his way. Then they will be made worthy of the effulgent glories of the Sun of divine knowledge and understanding, and become the recipients of a grace that is infinite and unseen, inasmuch as man can never hope to attain unto the knowledge of the All-Glorious, can never quaff from the stream of divine knowledge and wisdom, can never enter the abode of immortality, nor partake of the cup of divine nearness and favor, unless and until he ceases to regard the words and deeds of mortal men as standard for the true understanding and recognition of his prophets. Here Baha'u'llah is outlining the necessary conditions for truly seeking the truth. While his guidance primarily addresses the search for spiritual truth, these principles are equally applicable to the physical world. A common question arises: what if someone is already content with their existing beliefs or ideas? To illustrate, consider this example from everyday life. Imagine a person who owns an older computer but is actively searching for a newer, more powerful model. Because of this openness and desire to improve, they can explore, discover, and appreciate the advantages of the new computer. Now consider someone who is satisfied with their old computer and feels no need to change. When shown the newer model, they might still examine it carefully and recognize its capabilities and powers. By doing so, they come to appreciate the new computer. Despite their initial contentment, this example highlights how even those comfortable with their current beliefs can, through open-mindedness and investigation, come to recognize and value greater truths or improvements. Consider the past. How many, both high and low, have at all times yearningly awaited the advent of the manifestations of God in the sanctified persons of his chosen ones? How often have they expected his coming? How frequently have they prayed that the breeze of divine mercy might blow, and the promised beauty step forth from behind the veil of concealment, and be made manifest to all the world? And whensoever the portals of grace did open, and the clouds of divine bounty did rain upon mankind, and the light of the unseen did shine above the horizon of celestial might, They all denied him and turned away from his face, the face of God himself. Refer ye to verify this truth to that which hath been recorded in every sacred book. This brings us back to the fundamental concept that we are created to know and love God. In this passage, Baha'u'llah reflects on history, explaining why many people, despite their deep longing and anticipation for the Promised One, ultimately rejected him when he appeared. A particularly profound point arises when Baha'u'llah writes, "His face, the face of God himself." This powerful statement helps clarify a concept that has often caused confusion: why some manifestations of God appear to claim divinity. This idea, which will be explored more deeply throughout the book, offers a rich and meaningful understanding of the unique relationship between God and his manifestations with us, and sheds light on the true nature of their authority and identity. This topic is illuminated by Abdul Baha in some answered questions. By this reed is meant the perfect man, and the reason for his being likened to a reed is that when the latter is entirely freed and emptied of its pith, it becomes capable of producing wondrous melodies. Moreover, these songs and airs proceed not from the reed itself, but from the player who blows it. In the same way, the sanctified heart of that blessed being is free, and empty of all save God, is averse to and exempt from attachment to every selfish inclination, and is intimately acquainted with the breath of the divine spirit. That which he utters proceeds not from himself, but from the ideal player and from divine revelation. Hence he is likened to a reed, and that reed is like a rod. Ponder for a moment and reflect upon that which hath been the cause of such denial on the part of those who have searched with such earnestness and longing. Their attack hath been more fierce than tongue or pen can describe. Not a single manifestation of holiness hath appeared, but he was affected by the denials, the repudiation, and the vehement opposition of the people around him. Thus it had been revealed, O the misery of men, no messenger cometh unto them, but they laugh him to scorn. Again he saith, each nation hath plotted darkly against their messenger, to lay violent hold on him, and to dispute with vain words to invalidate the truth. Baha'u'llah calls us to reflect and to think deeply. This is also where true reasoning begins. He also points out a profound truth, that the manifestation of God is often rejected and made to suffer by the very people who had long awaited his coming. Among all the manifestations of God, Baha'u'llah endured the greatest suffering. This is from the book The Secret of Divine Civilization by Abdul Baha. Baha'u'llah, under the greatest hardship, suffering, injustice, and aggression, proclaimed his mission. He was exiled from his beloved homeland without cause or reason, wronged and oppressed. He was banished to Iraq, then to the land of Rum, Ottoman Empire, later to the Holy Land, remaining in a state of continuous exile and imprisonment. Day and night he was bound in chains and fetters, confined and imprisoned, subject to cruelty and oppression, a captive and wronged soul. The Bab and Baha'u'llah set a powerful example for us through their suffering in the path of service, demonstrating what true love for God looks like.